We are set to go back to racing. We are 19 laps in of the World of Outlaws Late Model Series event. Shane Andrews, Roger Slack up here in the broadcast booth. Sarah Jane Hunt down in the pit area taking care of business. Roger, we're ready to go. What time is it?
Green lights are on.
And we are back underway, and it is Dale McDowell one more time leading the charge into turn number one. And you still have the battle right there with the one car of Josh Richards and the 25 of Shane Clanton as the 20 car of Jimmy Owens wants to play a bit of spoiler in all of this, trying to grab second from Earl Pearson Jr.
You notice that Owens is staying down on the bottom. That could be that he's trying to stay in clean air.
Why would he want to stay in clean air here?
The nose of these cars is actually measures over 30 square feet. That's bigger than a sprint car wing.
Oh, baby, we have got heavy smoke billowing from the number 20 of Owens, and it looks like he's laying some fluid down. Jimmy Owens out of Newport, Tennessee, was running second on night number one and broke a rear end. Now he's running in position number two. And again, he has troubles. And he pulls it down into the infield out of harm's way, and we will stay under green. That's got to be so frustrating. He has had a car capable of winning 2 nights in a row. And that opens the door for Dale McDowell, our race leader, to pull away once again, this time by a second and a half over Earl Pearson.
And the interesting thing, Shane, is that he put down a lot of fluid going into one and down low and coming off a two. So we'll see if anybody has to change their line because it's got slick.
Put your track promoter hat on for just a moment. You see that happen. What's your first reaction?
It's a dirt track. Keep on running.
Keep on running. We'll work that moisture in, right? McDowell, Pearson, Richards, Clanton, and Chuck Frank, your top 5, but it is all Dale McDowell right now. This is a Warrior chassis that he is running, a new chassis. And he told me earlier, he says, you know, the problem with being the only Warrior chassis in the pits is I have nobody to compare any notes to.
Exactly.
Rick Eckert in the number 24, currently in position number 12. He started the 26th spot. The driver out of York, Pennsylvania, only 1 win on the season, that coming up in Drummond, Quebec, Canada. As he is making his way through the field, he has just had a poor weekend, and he had to go through the B main tonight, but big changes coming up for him.
Eckert has done nothing easy this year, and he's hoping that a change in chassis next year will.
And a change in chassis coming up. Sarah Jane Hunt, what do you have on the 24?
Well, yeah, he's just had a rough weekend here. You know, he was in that last chance showdown, and he was falling back, and what happened was there was a piece of debris that flew off the car in front of him, and it knocked off his right front flapper. They just had to repair that. That was his concern there, but now it looks like they got that going, and he's moving forward through this field.
He will be running Bloomquist chassis in 2009, and the guy that's going to be building and assisting with those chassis is right behind him, Scott Bloomquist in the 0 car, the winner of night number 1. He also had to come through one of the last chance showdowns. He won last chance showdown number 3. And there's Chris Madden, the winner from Wednesday night's topless racing. Look at this. Earl Pearson starting to close in on the race leader, Dale McDowell.
Well, Dale's starting to get into traffic, and that's going to dirty up the air, and that takes away his advantage from being up front. So now we're going to see the 44 and the 1 catch right up.
Looks like we're starting to see a little shine on the Speedway as well.
Yeah, the track is slicking right off, and they're going top and bottom.
And this is playing in the hands of Pearson, who has the inside advantage. He will take the lead in traffic as we have a new race leader on lap number 32, Earl Pearson Jr. He has already won a World of Outlaws Late Model Series feature on speed this year from the Eldora Speedway.
And Earl is always fast here, but he only has 1 win, and that came back in May of '04.
Bobby Labonte, the owner of that race car, as he runs in position number 1 right now, as Josh Richards in the number 1 machine still holding on to position number 2 as they race their way into the quarter, as the number 1 of McDowell is starting to fade.
And you know, that seems to be the deal with him.
Boy. Wow, did you see that? Richards just shut the door on Clanton, almost got into the wall himself. Wow, that was close. They're not points racing anymore.
No, they're going for it.
Clanton's going to work the bottom this time as Richards runs the middle of the Speedway as they're trying to reel in the race leader, the 44 of Earl Pearson Jr. Kid Rock has started the year at Volusia with a win on the Tour. He wants to end the season with a win on the Tour, and he's going after the 44. He is. He's just rolling right through the corner. Look at that. Not even a wiggle for Kid Rocket. Side by side for the lead with 14 laps remaining, and Josh Richards out of Shinston, West Virginia is your new race leader, and Clanton now goes after the 44 Pearson. Look at this shot. Clanton putting it right up on the cushion. There's a cushion for these guys to use.
Oh, yeah, it's always great to have something to lean on up there.
Lean on me is what Clanton is doing right now as he goes after the Pearson 44. Now he'll shift lanes. They'll rub, they'll get together, and Clanton goes around. Shane Clanton going for second underneath Pearson. Contact is made and they go around, and we will see caution. Two drivers going for the same piece of real estate.
And that shows how big this night is.
He wanted that bad. He wanted to keep the pace with Josh Richards. We'll take a look at this off of corner number 2. Clanton was on the top side, shifts lanes down to the bottom, dives in, and Pearson wasn't giving an inch.
Not at all.
Contact is made, and around goes Clanton.
And I'll tell you, he wanted to win this race. You know, he's got an extra $25,000 in points money up, but he's going up there trying to win this race.
Shane Clanton was runner-up in World of Outlaws Late Model Series competition back in 2006. Well, will Shane Clanton have enough to get back to the front with 13 laps remaining? We're going to find out, and we hope you stay tuned to find out as well. More from the WoO World Finals when we return.